From Sofal in towards Haaland, but Todibo read the danger, which will return from Savinho, and in it goes! Well, he grabbed his first City goal last time out, and he's played a big part. Dances away from Sofal, looks for Haaland! That is a beautifully constructed Manchester City goal. From back to Haaland and Foden waiting to dart onto it. Here is Haaland. All he needs is the finish. And he is so good at producing that. Well, here's De Bruyne. He's got Foden with him. It's Foden for 4. Everyone knew the goals would flow again for Manchester City.
Grealish for Doku. In off the post, goalkeeper got a touch as well. It's only taken until the 8th minute. Also, themselves a lot of money. And there's another goal. And what a moment it is for Dibin Mubama. Also with numbers darting into the box, but they're in there now. And O'Reilly. And it's 3. That's a great moment for another youngster here, Nico O'Reilly. 3 minutes into the second half, and Jack Grealish makes it 4-0 from the spot. And a certain amount of inner relief. There's Doku from the right. Oh, it's a lovely goal. Beautifully taken by McAtee at the near post. He made the run. I earned it, I'm going to take it. And the goalkeeper was committed, and Doku just dispatched it in keeping with his performance. Foden. Now it is another one. The flag has stayed down. McAtee. Foden's shot turned out to be... Passes it in, and there's number 8. And it's
5 minutes. De Bruyne's ball in here. Foden tickles it in. Moments after Brentford had one disallowed at one end, Manchester City in a moment here. Savinho straight at the goalkeeper. Foden straight past him. Phil Foden destroying Brentford again. 7 in 6.
De Bruyne. And Foden turns and scores. Foden. Kovacic to strike. 2. A brace of goals in barely 3 minutes. De Bruyne again, in once more, teeing up Foden, who scores his second and Manchester City's 3rd. They are cruising, and if it stays at this margin... Doku. At pace, Jeremy Doku! For the second time this season, Manchester City score 4 against it with Doku. And there's Erling Haaland, who celebrates the signing of his new deal with yet another goal. McAtee, too easy. Ipswich standing like
Kanji. He's done well to make progress, and Bernardo Silva's supposed to save. Grealish! He's only just arrived in the game. But Jack Grealish, of which is Mateus Nunes, and here's Grealish again. Mateus Nunes, Haaland! And Manchester City have scored twice in 3 minutes.
Gundogan lifted into the path here of Nunes. Sanchez came, and Guardiola scored! Haaland nicking it away from Chalobah. Goalkeeper has come here. Erling Haaland! Yeah. Drop off. This will be 6 Premier League games unbeaten. That's Haaland. He's fed it for Foden, and Foden is all by himself. And Phil Foden settles it. with strength and
It's opened uphill for Mateo Kovacic, and he went all the way. Oh, the relief is here. Savinho. Vardiol is in here. Oh, it's an own goal. Turned in by Ordóñez. Vardiol got for. Savinho, beautifully taken, and he scored. Breathing space for Manchester City for the first time in a while.
Foden. Savinho. Clever. Haaland. Effective booming header by Erling Haaland, who makes his point.
Here's Lewis, deflected in. Manchester City are level. Rico Lewis. Grealish floated into De Bruyne, who has reached it and scored for Manchester City. It's a wonderful.
Se metió en el área, Vardiol, va la pelota para Josko. ¡Haaland! ¡Claro que sí! Erling. ¡Gol! Allí va, Erling. ¡Haaland! ¡Claro que sí! ¡Gol!
Ederson taking a direct route here, and Marmoush is in! And sometimes direct is good. Omar to his left. Oh, and opens up again for Marmoush. City chasing a third. It's a hat-trick! Wow! Again! Gundogan's corner, Haaland's flick, and it's turned in by McAtee.
Allí va Omar Marmoush, el travesaño, claro que sí, Nico. Gol!
Doku sitting into the penalty area again. Haaland, it's a tap in. Manchester City run it through as Haaland passes to the back.
Foden leaves it. De Bruyne takes it, and the header is a very successful one from Nico O'Reilly. It is 1-1, those extra few seconds. He's got his mind back on it now, it's a deeper one. And in the end, Nico O'Reilly at the double here. Let me get there first, what's in his mind here? He slipped as he had the shot. And line one up again for De Bruyne. Job done. Not been easy.
Erling Haaland! Never in doubt. Although Manchester City couldn't find a way through for Gundogan there. Who has it now? And Marmoush. Room to shoot! He well and truly did. Whose impact has been notable already. Feeds Haaland, and this time he takes the chance. And there, a case of Semenyo, but he hasn't got a hold of it. O'Reilly has. Beautifully done for Marmoush. That's quite the entrance. And it's quite the turnaround. Tigerishly working hard to win it back and looking for Savinho. And in towards Grealish! The early boost that Manchester City so craved. And a goal. Diaz in towards O'Reilly, and Hermansen had it and lost it. And Marmoush picks up the pieces. He has really taken to life.
De Bruyne. Brilliant. Perfection from De Bruyne. Manchester City getting in his way, finds the cross, De Bruyne gets it across, and there's Gundogan again on the follow-up, this time it's Marmoush! And Manchester City are level!
goal scorer.
O'Reilly puts it across looking for De Bruyne, picked up here by Kovacic, brilliant start to the second half for Manchester City.
But it could go to 3-5-2.
Needed the right touch there from McAtee. Surely this time! Well, it was an outstanding pass to find James McAtee.
Little clip over the top, up towards Gundogan. Hit by O'Reilly! City 5, Crystal Palace 2. Nico O'Reilly with a side-foot volley.
Manchester City far more of a threat now. And they made the breakthrough. And guess who's made the breakthrough? It's Nico O'Reilly. Who wasn't expecting that. Gundogan, Kovacic, that wraps it up. Second half stoppage time, and Manchester City.
Burst of pace, and Bernardo Silva scores. Despite Emi Martinez getting a bit... Doku skipping clear of Disasi. Cross the face, and it's Matheus Nunes who wins it at the death for Manchester City.
Driving run from him, and here's Lewis to strike an early blow for City. Marmoush to take, and Bardiol to make it 2. They were not to be denied.
They've come close, nothing to show for it, and on the back foot again here. Gundogan feeding Doku, dancing his way through, trying to set up De Bruyne, and he's managed that. Kevin De Bruyne with the breakthrough.
It's a long way out here. That's a stunner! Omar Marmoush from downtown to the back of the net, and no. Yes, to Kovacic. Matheus Nunes was offside. Gundogan isn't. Bernardo Silva isn't, and City running in for their second goal of the night. There's Nico Gonzalez. He's got Gundogan inside him. Gundogan's got to stay onside. Gonzalez takes it on himself and puts the game to bed. It's a first Premier League goal.
Marmoush. Nunez into the box. Nunez. Leno got the touch. And acrobatically in by İlkay Gundogan. Haaland sends Leno the wrong way. Sends the travelling City support.
Goes wide to Savinho. Parried away by the keeper and then turned in by Phil Foden. Scored in the Club World Cup final in 2020. Sports in Philadelphia. Foden, Doku, 2-0.
Gundogan. Haaland was ready for it to come, but it's the back of the net anyway. What a sweet finish from İlkay Gundogan. It's Echeverri. It's his first ever goal from Manchester City. The Wonder Kid has arrived. And that one puts the goalkeeper the wrong way with no problem at all. Goal. Scanning the... Who's in for his second goal of the game. Away from Eric, who stays down claiming he was fouled there. Rodri to Bob. And he catches the keeper out of the front post. City score what they hope is their fifth. Alina complaining. Again, their own worst enemy at times. Alain, as Haaland is unselfish, and Cherki is in for his first goal for Manchester City.
A lovely ball through here for Doku, who steps inside and finds the bottom corner, and Manchester City have the opening goal, taken superbly. Up against Kostic, lovely little ball through, and it's pulled right across the 6-yard box and put in for an own goal. Kalulu.
Quite the different test for Juve today.
Reinders rolls it through, it's a chance here across for Haaland. Erling Haaland will not score many easier than that.
The Cup miners trying to build out of the back on a goal kick.
Just instinct, wasn't it, from Ederson there? This is Haaland. The way opens up for Erling Haaland. He slides it through. Foden can't get there. Foden will get there. Straight off the bench. Phil Foden with the impact to make it. Header away there by Thuram. Back in towards Haaland. Haaland again. De Gregorio had to come up with a big save, and this time it's in. What a strike! In off the crossbar. Manchester City have another one.
Reinders, that's beautiful. Slips it for Aït-Nouri. And it's shuffled in. Bernardo Silva, there's no offside flag. Bernardo Silva sent it in. Haaland with the flick. And again! Erling Haaland, 2-2. Cherki looking for Foden. That's a brilliant delivery. What a finish from Phil Foden. They needed something.
Reinders looking to pick his way through. That's a clever pass. That's Rico Lewis. That's Erling Haaland. And Manchester City have their lead. Stolen back by Bob, who has Haaland one way and Reinders the other. It's Tijjani Reinders! Instant impact. Got Bob wide of him. Oscar Bob. Tijjani Reinders. Erling Haaland, smashing goal. Monday night.
I get that one. I'd do as well.
That's a good hit, and that is a debut goal for Ryan Cherki. Barely having crossed the white line of the Premier League.
Marmoush trying to wriggle his way through. He set up Haaland. It's been coming, and almost inevitably, it's
Doku. Nice from Jeremy Doku. And Foden. Back with a bang. Back with a goal. Doku. Erling Haaland. 2. Foden in the first half. Manchester City's other derby specialist, Erling Haaland. Maguire. Problems here. Haaland. Maguire trailing in his wake. Erling Haaland. Never really in any doubt from the moment he was gifted the ball.
Played by Rodri into Foden on the turn. Shifting towards Haaland, who heads and scores! Champions League goal number 50! Riley. Nice turn the other way from Doku. Still Doku goes. Jeremy Doku! Wow!
Haaland. Reinders. And Haaland is beginning to sprint through the middle, and Reinders has found him. And Manchester City have scored from their first genuine attack.
Foden turns, gets it back again, now he shoots, what a goal, Phil Foden! Well, they had to be patient, but then they found their way through. A shot, then a little bit of pinball, comes to Foden again, now Savinho, can he get a shot away? Yes he can, what a finish, what a goal! The quality has shone through, and Manchester City surely do.
Himself. Jeremy Doku. Options in the middle for him. On he goes, and Dubravka saves, but can only find a Manchester City shirt. Foden picks it up. Guardiola. Haaland trying to break free. It might fall for Nunes, it does! And all of a sudden, it's Manchester City's game again. Doku trying his luck infield. Moved on by Foden. In it goes! That might well see them home. Doku. All the way through to Haaland! Who does get his goal?
He pretty much always gets his goal. They maybe could have created a couple of more opportunities. Burnley stayed strong. Haaland to put a gloss on the scoreline. 5 for Manchester City.
And Haaland's made a very good run. If he gets a toe to it, he'll score, and that's exactly what he does. The run goes on. Again, Foden. Back to O'Reilly. Haaland leaping, and he's placed it to perfection. And they do have the lead.
Having said farewell to their main goal scorers, Burmo and Wissa. This is Haaland at the other end, and Erling Haaland extends this remarkably prolific opening to the season.
And peering down to see changes afoot, but here go Manchester City with O'Reilly and Haaland! When they need a goal, they Foden created the space delightfully. Savinho taking it on now, and Haaland again!
Savinho, nice looking ball, little reverse ball, Haaland's there, and Erling Haaland scores for Manchester City. It's a great little reverse. Savinho, 5 others in the Villarreal box, free header, 2-0. Savinho onto the head of Bernardo Silva, who plants it.
Doku will test his pace. Bob's in there, so too Marmoush. Wants to go alone, and it's deflected in off Burgess. And finally City have them. It's a nicely threaded pass. Marmoush whips the ball into the roof of the net. And Manchester City have had to wait. Guardiola has picked out Cherki, and he deserves a goal, and he's got a goal. He has been the standout player for Manchester City.
Cherki. Here comes Haaland, just where he wants to be, doing just what he loves to do. For the 16th time this season. Cherki. Haaland in once more, round the keeper, into the net. As if anybody in this stadium had any doubt. He's very clearly struggling. Now he has to scramble. It's O'Reilly. Still O'Reilly. And it's 3-1.
Foden finding a pocket of space. Oh, that's lovely. Vintage Phil Foden. Did well. Strong enough hand on it. Doku comes. And Haaland! Reinders into Foden. Lovely quick feed from Foden. And another sumptuous strike from Phil Foden.
Donnarumma work on several occasions, got crosses into the box as well.
Good run here and a fabulous finish. And that will take care of business.
Towards Haaland. Deadly. Simply deadly. Gonzalez lining it up, deflected it in. And Manchester City have got lucky. Doku. Oh, he hit that beautifully. He is having a day of days.
Doku has gone to gather. Haaland was rising. It came to Ryan Cherki. It came to Ruben Dias. 1-1. Careering through the crowd.
Manchester City trying to impose themselves straight away as Norris combines with Bernardo Silva and cuts it back, and there's the opening goal already. A minute on the clock. As a number 1, the goalkeeper is under pressure again. Here is it. is scrambled in and touched in by Guardiola. Manchester City have another one. Header for Cherki. There's Foden. Fast feet from Phil Foden! And he finds the finish! It's a roar!
Head always on the turn.
Jeremy Doku. And it was left for Haaland. And there's the landmark goal. 100 in double quick record time. Haaland. Oh, he stepped it through beautifully for Reinders, who's finished it with equal aplomb. Haaland turns creator, the beneficiary. Reinders. It's only as far as Foden, and that is 3. And City are strutting their stuff and putting Fulham to the sword. And City's left winger Doku. In for Haaland, it'll come for Foden, and that's another lovely finish. And if Fulham were back in this game, they're not anymore. Away to Doku. And with a deflection, that's 5. And City score 5 at Craven Cottage for the first time.
Diaz. Oh! That just flew in! No wonder he's delighted. In from Foden. Haaland's after it. Guardiola got there first. A Manchester City double in double quick. Cherki now. Steps it up pace-wise. Gets the tricks out for Foden! And you have to marvel at the assist from Cherki.
Cherki delivering towards that back post. Header was on. Save for Courtois. O'Reilly turns in. The response by Mamardashvili of Liverpool. Here's Erling Haaland towards that bottom corner. And from a goal down, City now lead.
Overloads here as Nunez in towards Haaland. 1 moment is all it took. Haaland has been anonymous. Spinning away here is Cherki, little clip on him, but he kept going, and now Foden! A clinical display of finishing from Haaland to seal it with 1:02. Super cool. Another.
Mukasa with the corner. It's a fine leap. It was clattered by his own goalkeeper.
Oh, and that is quite something.
Savinho has plenty of support here. Might go himself. And that loops in off a deflection. And that just might be enough for Manchester City.
5 goals and 1 assist. Here is Foden, looking for Haaland! And again! Well, you can't give him 2 chances. On goes Foden as well. On goes Cherki. And Haaland, bit of room for him. Reinders takes it with him and does the business. It really was only... Nunez to Savinho. He's got help here in the form of Rico Lewis, and Haaland maybe, and still... It's just...
That's what they had to do, they had to get a bit more width.
And they got Reinders in as a result, and they've scored. And it's taken only 2.5 minutes at the start of the second half. When you're in the midst of it. And he's heading down this time, and brilliantly put away by Cherki. A magnificent strike. Manchester City lead again with...
Let the dreams fly on.